What up, gamers? I think I might have just played the best SpongeBob game that I've ever played. And I've played some SpongeBob games. Battle for Bikini Bottom, Atlantis, SquarePants, the movie. But this one has the sauce. It's got something special. Shout out to THQ for hooking it up with an early preview build. I am absolutely loving SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide. Listen, for those that don't know, we're in a bit of a SpongeBob game renaissance right now. It started very wisely with Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, the first game that THQ Nordic brought over to modern consoles. They wisely took that game and then developed a sequel to it. That was 2023's Cosmic Shake. So it's the second fully original game that they've developed, and I'm telling you, they have hit their stride. This one brings the funk in addition to the noise, and I think anybody that's a fan of 3D platformers or of SpongeBob is going to enjoy it. The setup for this one is pretty simple. King Neptune and the Flying Dutchman get into it at the Krusty Krab, and SpongeBob gets caught in the crossfire and becomes a ghost. However, he's not out of luck because after meeting up with Patrick, he realizes that well, let me just show you. I think it's one of the coolest ways to explain an in-game mechanic via the story that I've seen in my entire life.
But it's me, Patrick. I've been turned into a ghost.
That's just what a ghostly imposter would say.
I can prove it. Here's my BFF ring. And you're not BFFs with a monster, are you?
Huh? SpongeBob, it is you.
What?
What just happened?
Yay! Huh? It's our BFF rings. We can swap anytime we want. Eureka!
My turn, my turn!
Oh boy, ghostly. All right, that'll be enough of that, lad. I said cut it out!
It's very SpongeBob, it's very on brand, and it adds a ton of gameplay variety because now you have the moveset of two different characters that you can swap to via pressing a button at any time. That's just the first of a series of very good design decisions that this game makes. My other favorite thing that they do is during the conflict at the Krusty Krab, the actual Krusty Krab building gets thrust up into the air with the same ghost technology that affects SpongeBob. Because of this, Mr. Krabs gets sent up to the sky as well. And the entire area surrounding the Krusty Krab and the Krusty Krab building itself becomes the central hub for your 3D platformer. So think of this as your Peach's Castle or your Station Square. And you know I love a good hub world. Because this thing is in the sky, it functions very similarly to the way that the ship does in Mario Galaxy 2, giving you an option to land in different locations where the main story will take place. It's got an area to explore. It has a shop where you can get different costumes. The costumes are great. This is obviously just a demo, so I didn't have all of them, but just the ones that I had were incredible. Naked SpongeBob and Patrick. Cinema. Absolute keynote. The star of the show is the Krusty Krab Krabby Patty minigame. This thing is unreal. It's almost like a rhythm game, but it's all timing based. Essentially, you're just flipping burgers, baby, but it is so fun to do, and I'm absolutely cracked at it. Essentially, this demo included 3 main sections. It was the entire prologue where you play as SpongeBob, you have the conflict at the Krusty Krab, you then play as Patrick ascending to the new Krusty Krab in the air, then you have a big section where you're on the Krusty Krab itself and you're getting your hub world kind of set up, ready to go to visit the next main world. Then the bulk of the actual gameplay demo takes place during your first location, or I'm not sure if it's actually our first location, if I'm being honest. It's just locations applied to us in the demo. The demo kind of hops from you're on the Krusty Krab to you have been auto-selected into this next world, and it's kind of like a tropical vacation vibe. Very cool, very visually stunning. I was really surprised at how good this game looked. I played on my PC. I have an RTX 5080, which I know is kind of high-end, but nonetheless, this game is taking advantage of that. Now you know how we got there and where we're going, and I want to talk about the actual gameplay, because a 3D platformer is only as good as its gameplay, and I'm so excited to tell you that this game plays so tightly. It's unbelievable how much fun it is to control both of these characters. SpongeBob is kind of your airborne character. He can do a karate kick through the air and latch onto balloons. He's a little bit more nimble in the sky. Patrick has the ability to sink into the sand and kind of operate like a land shark with his little head poking out like it's a fin. Very good. And you end up hitting these kind of flow states where both characters don't really control separately. You control both characters as one, flipping between them seamlessly as you are platforming throughout these areas. The best example that I can give you is showing you this full race that I did. You have to use the unique skills of each character to get to the goal within 35 seconds. It took me about 15 tries to do, and this last cut of it was so satisfying to hit.
I believe in you, Patrick. Yay!
Yes! Yes! Did you see that?
That's the good stuff. Now, if you like sweet gameplay like that, or this video that you're watching, why don't you like and subscribe and make my brain feel good. You can find me all over the internet at amazingstreamer.com, but I want to talk a little bit more about what I expect from this full game, because now you've kind of seen a little bit of the intro, you've seen a little bit of the hub world, and you've seen the first level, and that's where my demo cut off. Basically, the resort level is what this game is going to be made up of. It's the meat and potatoes. We're going to go to different locales. There's going to be a little hub area within each of those areas, and then you will do little side quests, perhaps some exploration, get some coins, catch some jellyfish, then you'll get on to the big objective. I didn't get to see through the big objective this time around, but it seems like your pretty standard 3D platformer fare. Somebody gives you a quest, there's a MacGuffin, retrieve a key, get access to this part of the jungle. We're gonna have some brief resolution to whatever the issue was there, then we're gonna head back to the ship and head to the next area. We're not reinventing the wheel here, we're just doing it at a very high level, and that's what I like the most about this game. Listen, there's nothing to talk about when it comes to combat. You hit X or square or whatever button input that it is, and you punch the enemies a couple times. Does it feel good? Yes. Is it serviceable? Yes. Does it need to do anything more than that in a 3D platformer? Absolutely not. Even the boss fight that I experienced at the beginning, fighting only as Patrick, was still fun to just sink damage into an opponent with an actual large health bar for once. Before we wrap the video up, I want to focus on two things. It's that this game is fun, and it's that this game is funny. And I think that is paramount to the success of a 3D platformer based on IP that we know and love. The game has jokes.
The Flying Dutchman waiting in a line of simple mortals? Unimaginable! Unthinkable!
Several thinkable hours later.
See? The other thing is that the gameplay is fun. The moment-to-moment, jumping around, hopping and bopping, fighting enemies, collecting things, it just works on all levels. If you're a fan of this type of game, if you're looking at this gameplay and you think, hey, this looks like it might be fun, it is, you'll like it. All in all, this game just seems like a safe bet. Everything that I've experienced so far has been top-notch. It's just very fun to exist in this world. I put up a little short video of all of the idle animations that each character has, and there's literal dozens of them, minutes and minutes of stuff that most players might not even see unless they put their controllers down. There is just an attention to detail here that makes me feel like the team that created this really cares about not only the IP, SpongeBob, but also about good 3D platforming. Everything that you've seen so far has been stuff that I captured from my PC while playing this live. It is really good stuff, and it is a super safe bet heading into the holiday season. The game comes out November 18th. I think it's going to be an absolute banger and probably the best reviewed SpongeBob game in some time. Look forward to some more hands-on with it as we get closer to the release date. Definitely going to be streaming it on launch day. Come find me on Twitch. We'll do it live, or check out my short form platforms if you want to find me on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you want to go to find it. Listen, you're an adult. You'll find me on the internet. I make sweet content all over the place. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Shout out THQ for hooking it up. I will talk to you all again so soon.